There we go. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to the second edition of our Legacy Coffee Conversations. And this morning, I'm speaking to Lance Watson. Good morning, Lance.
Lance Watson, right? I work for one of our major network companies, right? I oversee a team of network engineers, and I'm also a counselor. So I'm a master hypnotherapist and psychotherapist, as well as a Christian counselor.
I came across a few of your posts last week and one of them really intrigued me. You asked, what impact will COVID-19 have on the future of work?
For the majority, right, that has been already working from home, they is it necessary for them to go back? Because um, there we've seen that people are able to actually cope quite well working from home, and the working from home has been successful. And myself working, I do most of my meetings, everything online, right?
Yeah.
It's worked wonderfully. And then coming to the counseling, being part of SAI, South African Institute of Hypnotherapy. We found that when we got permission, we could work quite well, and I've been able to assist quite a large number of people online. I have.
Yeah. So one of the quotes that we came across last week when we were talking to Regan Mitchell was a quote that's been attributed to Winston Churchill, when he said, "Never let a good crisis go to waste." And that seems to be something that comes across quite strong. This crisis is causing a lot of people to reevaluate the way they do things, and for the creative few, it's opening new opportunities.
Like I was saying, in one of my counseling sessions, right, and a lady reached out to me, and she was actually quite depressed from what has been happening. She received a salary last month, but she's not sure if she'll be able to receive a salary end of May, right? Yeah. And what does she do? How does she take it from now, right? And actually rebuild. And so the counseling went on to say, okay, she needs to get first inner strength, right? And then look at what other opportunities is available. What else is there for her to do if the restaurant that she was working for does not open?
Yeah.
Right? Because there is that possibility. And then we broaden on her strength itself. And that is all via a Zoom meeting, right? And we looked at quite a few options. And for her, one of the options she looked at is like network marketing. Sometimes we don't see the value of something like that. But when she delved into it and actually looked at what is out there, something that she can do and venture into.
Yes.
Right? And she started researching and so on. That actually brought her mindset out for herself and changed the way she looked at the future for herself and her child.
Okay. So this brings us to another question that you asked. What is the difference between a fixed mindset versus a growth mindset when it comes to success?
You learn and you adapt. And if you look at a way of work, right, there as well, if you don't adapt, right, you die. Yeah. And right now, we've seen an emergence of how many people just selling masks and sanitizers and even building their own. I was here in El Dorado Park, right? A guy actually built a little sanitizer dispensing machine where you just tramp on it and it dispenses sanitizers. That's innovative. So you have to open your mind to what the future actually holds, right? And even for businesses, right? Businesses previously they limited what they are able to do, and now they have to think outside of the box.
Yes.
And that's the important thing, actually thinking outside of the box and realizing that things change, right? Circumstances change, but more importantly, you have to change.
Yeah.
You have to grow out of what life has offered right now. And I think it's actually a wonderful opportunity for us to be more creative, be innovative in the way that we do things.
What advice can you give the men out there in navigating the way forward in this new normal? Everyone's talking about this new normal, and I think that's it. We have to be innovative. We need to apply our creativity to tackling the future.
Yeah. I like with your previous coffee session where Regan he actually went out and changed the way he does things.
Yeah.
Yes, not all businesses can adapt in that way, but if you do think outside of the box, right, can find better ways, more creative ways to actually tackle your business.
Yeah.
Right, and actually find I mean, if we look at the way church has changed.
Oh yes.
Right? I mean, the building has never been the church. The church has always been the people.
Yeah.
And now, as churchgoers, we have to find our relationship with God and still have that connection with our fellow believers.
That's right.
But in a more creative way. Right?
Yeah.
And so, like I like what our church leader has said, that you had to prepare for this before this actually arrived.
Yeah.
Right? And that is the important thing. People think that you get success because you just stumble on it. Success is preparation. A young man, he lost his job during this time.
Yes.
And when he came and we had a session as well, then we brainstormed, right? And it was amazing that while I took him through hypnosis, he found a brilliant idea. And I mean, it's quite a simple idea, nothing major, but for him, he's found that it's actually now giving him not only a living, but actually helping him to be successful. And it takes people to go and do shopping with his Corolla.
Sure.
And yes, it's in and around the area, right? And they got his numbers, and all they do is call him at any time, similar to your Taxify or so on. But here, it's something in the community. It's more personal. So he gets to know the people. He gets to know what their needs are, and people is actually trusting him. But instead of just sitting back, he found something else, and that is what we need to do. Instead of just sitting back, find something else.
No, well, that is fantastic advice and really good stories that you've inspired us with this morning, Lance. So I think the message here once again is strong. We need to be innovative and creative and look at what we have instead of look at what we don't have, so that we can actually find creative ways to move forward. Because you're right, business is not going to be the same. Life is not going to be the same after this.
No,
after we've come out of this pandemic.
So, like I said, from a counseling point of view, I do Christian counseling, and I do hypnotherapy as well as psychotherapy counseling, and online. And if you do need, please reach out, because this time has taken a toll, right? And if I may, just in addition to that, we've had more than one case where people have been suicidal over this time. Because I mean, that human interaction, that loss of touch, right? has affected people mentally,
Yes.
right? And thanks be to God, the people that we were able to reach out to, right? They've recovered from that, and they've changed their mindset, because that's what counseling is. It's to help you see that the doom and gloom that you think you're experiencing, right? You do have the inner strength
Yes.
to overcome that. So yes, if people needs to reach out, I am available, right? Yes, we have certain ways of fee charge and so on, but for essential workers and so on, we are free. We offer the service absolutely free.
Well, that's fantastic. That really is. And I just want to, once again, Lance, I want to say thank you so much. Enjoy your coffee, and we'll be chatting again soon.